Herkese merhabalar arkadaşlar. Birazdan arkamda görmüş olduğunuz Uluslararası Casusluk Müzesi'ne gireceğim. İçeride gerçek casuslara ait orijinal araç ve gereçler varmış. Bu müzeden dünyada sadece birkaç tane var. İşte bir tanesi de Amerika'nın başkenti Washington DC'de.
Arrested. The movies can only hint at how brutal my imprisonment and trial were. My friends and lovers abandoned me. The prosecution accused me of doing unbelievable evil and being a born spy. I was sentenced to face a firing squad. Many films captured the drama of my execution and that I went to my death with my dignity and charm intact. They could not kill my spirit. Can you guess my final act? Blowing kisses to my lawyer and the priest. Now that's how you make yourself a legend.
Someone with a sunburn from skiing. Now when you ski and have direct contact with the Italian diplomats. Of course, home of the League of Nations. So it is this Dutch artist cashing outside most fashionable, most amazing bars in Geneva. Well, the teacher takes a lot of wine, my short man. Plus, we can shake the Russians saying we had betrayed him or something like that, so I had to tell him I was the Japanese. He fell for it. He sold all the Italian coats I wanted until he got until an actual Japanese agent asked him for the exact same coats. What are the odds? That got me into a lot of trouble. And as soon as I found out I was Russian, he was the guy on the what are the differences? Let's just say he went on to become the best intelligence source of my whole career.
French from age 21, quite charming. But I didn't realize one thing that makes sense to him is that my brief spider and the races, the travel.
If other people you identify yourself as part. Can I remember? It's
You bring me trust naught but good news.
I fear not, your grace. As you well know, your throne is not a safe one.
Yes, yes. We are surrounded by vicious enemies who threaten the legitimacy of my reign.
Indeed, Majesty. Pernicious conspiracies, dark plots. There are many Catholic princes across the Channel besides their collaborators here who seek to end your Protestant reign. Why, even your royal cousin Mary, the deposed Queen of the Scots.
Was ever a monarch so encircled and besieged? But pray, sir, what steps you take to undo these traitors and heretics?
My web of agents and informers are your eyes and ears across your realm, and throughout Catholic Europe, my queen, many possess skills most advantageous to their craft. Forgery, deception, the art of the cipher.
And like the spider at the center of this web, Sir Francis, you gather in tasty morsels of intelligence to feed your queen.
Indeed. Your Majesty, if you wish, I may tell you what the Pope had for breakfast last Sunday morning.
Hold your tongue. You are cunning itself, but your methods for obtaining information can be, shall we say, indelicate.
Your Grace, all that I do is vital to the defense of your realm and to maintaining the safety of your person.
Yes, we are bound together, then. Defending our crown and our faith. One shudders at the thought, but so it must be.
There are enemies at every turn, my lady.
'Tis so. But in your eyes, even a newborn babe is a threat to the state.
It is my long-held belief, Your Majesty, that there is less danger in fearing too much than in fearing too little.
Yet you stand here still. Return to your work, spy master, and protect your queen.
Six noble gentlemen.
As an agent handler, relationship engaged in espionage, there's an alchemy that can develop. Recruitment does not happen without trust and risk. The consequences in both individual lives are quite high.
The Israeli military launched another attack today. It was the sixth one in 2 weeks, targeting mosques and lieutenants.
When I joined the Shin Bet, I heard about the terror attacks, so I never met a Hamas member personally. Everybody talked about him. He was considered very, very dangerous. Just a few years before Musa was recruited, 2 Israeli handlers were killed by their sources. So the danger was real.
Servant by a British officer. If I knew how to read, my skill to have and easy to hide, then when I was tidying up in his tent, I could study his letters and notes. The British wouldn't have expected that. And if I held that intelligence in my head, I could find a way to pass it back to the market.
With German occupation forces organized into groups.
There are 3 rotors inside the machine which perform.
Among the hundreds of men and women working around the clock is Alan Turing.
He was breaking it apart into the fits of the units by the side. So there is a direct connection between winning the Atlantic.
War by 2 years, saving an estimated 14 to 21 million lives. Become prime targets for Nazis U-boats. Organized into groups known as wolf packs, the U-boats create havoc.
Both literally in terms of food and more broadly economically.
German coordination of U-boat attacks is being secured through an ingenious consulting machine.
And there's a lamp board and a different letter lights up. It seems like it makes the machine almost impossible to broke.
British Prime Minister Winston Churchill secretly prioritises the effort to decipher German signal strings and mathematicians. North of London, between Oxford and Cambridge, a countryside is men and women working around the clock.
We are both guests of this drafty British prison. What would expect?
Und England hat bereits wieder mit Fluch und Heuchelei den Kampf gegen
The Soviet Union will withdraw its missiles, and the U.S. will vow not to invade Cuba. America also secretly promises to withdraw its missiles from Turkey. When the world needed it most, Kennedy and Khrushchev found common ground. But the world was just one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation.
So I figured he's digging at something. And then I learned one of the people there was an army man.
They have to worry about the big picture.
Congress had to take this extremely seriously.
There were public hearings, and the public heard
all the gory details about what the FBI, what the CIA had been doing. Average citizens who accept extraordinary responsibility also can do what neither government officials or the press were willing to do.
These studies were in the business of psychological conflict, messing with human minds, co-production, and sabotage, messing with machines. Today, the internet is merging those two activities. We can now use computer code and digital attacks to mess with human minds, to influence people, and to engender conflict. We can also use computer code to mess with machines, to break things, for example, production processes, or even the electricity grid. What makes this so dangerous is the risk of escalation. We now have more actors, small countries, terrorists, activists, even some companies use these tools in a deniable and dangerous way that makes it very difficult to respond.
In the past, successful intelligence gathering meant billion-dollar budgets. The public now has tools at its fingertips that had once been the exclusive domain of nation-states. With an internet connection, we have unprecedented access to a wide variety of information, from up-to-date satellite photos that include some of the most sensitive sites in the world, to cutting-edge artificial intelligence tools. What used to take analysts days or even weeks, we can now train a computer to do in seconds. As these tools become more widespread, so does the public's participation in capturing cut when it exposes human rights abuses, war crimes, or corrupt governments. In other cases, it can be used for government purposes. In 2013, half of the AP's Twitter feed led to a $136 billion drop in the stock market. Like all technologies, however, activism takes no moral stance. Whether you consider activism a tool for good or a tool for evil depends on your viewpoint, on your agenda.
A digital intrusion takes place in stages. Attackers need to gain a foothold, an initial infection, often by tricking users to open the attachment, click a link, or provide their passwords. At this point, they'll move laterally, infecting other machines on the network, looking for the right device. Once they've found it, they're now able to go ahead and start stealing secrets, manipulating data, and even disrupting critical services. The hackers often stay on these machines unnoticed for long periods of time, monitoring their behaviors. Others may use this opportunity to sabotage critical systems, taking them down for days or weeks to make political statements, cause financial losses.
Weitergehen!
Oh, man, is there?
Weitergehen! Ihre Papiere. Ihre Papiere. Papers.
Oh! That's hilarious.